Hi there, my name is Catherine McCollum and I'm a Christian. I've had highs and lows throughout the course of my journey of walking with God, and these past few years have been no exception to that. But in recent months, I've felt God speak louder and more urgently on one thing, a simple and very clear command. Focus on building intimacy with Him. That's it. Build intimacy. What's the backstory on this? Well, I build and promote programs that help Christians understand their identity and their calling in God. And while doing that, I found myself coming back to the same conclusions, trying to seek answers to these big questions outside of intimacy with God is foolishness. Many, if not all of us, are going to wrestle with questions about our identity, our purpose, and our worth over the course of our lives. And the world offers an ever increasing range of solutions to deal with our fears and our needs around these areas. And certainly, those things like personality profiling tools and self help books, they can all offer us a certain level of insight. But I don't believe that for us as Christians, they should ever be our first or only answer to questions about our identity and our purpose. Instead, we need to be looking to the one who made us. He's the one who gets to call us who we are and to tell us where and how he wants to use us for his kingdom and his glory. And that is why intimacy with God matters. It's where we get to know both the Creator and his creation from his eternal and wise perspective. The Bible reminds us in Psalm 139 and in Matthew 10 that he knows us intimately. Ephesians 2 affirms that he does have works planned for us to do. His word's clear. He's already got answers ready to give us around those big questions that we're holding inside. In intimacy, we get to know him and his thoughts over us. I'd like to tell you a story. Many years ago now, I had a vision from God, and this picture in my imagination was so clear in both its form and in its meaning that it impacted me powerfully then and hasn't stopped impacting me since. I was standing in the throne room of God, and God was huge. He was sitting on his throne so that I could only see up as far as about his knees. I guess I'd have had to stretch my neck right up to see any further. I knew I was in his presence and I was allowed to be there. In fact, I was supposed to be there. Now, around the edges of the room were these stone archways, and beyond them, these cloisters, open walkways that went around the outside of the throne room. And believers were walking around them, and they were excited to be so close to God. They were enjoying the experience of being near to him, but they weren't coming right into the room. I was beckoning to them, trying to let them know that they could, that they should come right in. I needed them to see that they didn't have to keep walking around the edges. As I continued to stand there, I saw a person to my left who was bowed down on their knees before God, and their face was to the ground, and they were in raggedy, dirty clothes. And I realized that those clothes represented how the person assumed they appeared before God. Dirty, a total mess. I encouraged them to get up, wanting them to know that they had full permission to stand before God and to look in his face. They were welcome, they were clean, they were free. When they did finally stand up, they realized that their appearance had been transformed and the raggedy clothes turned into a pure white garment. Instead of imagining how they must seem before God, what they could now see and experience was how God truly saw them, reclothed by him. Now, for me, that throne room represented the heart of God, and the message was clear. We each have full permission to come right into the heart of the Father. In his presence, we're made clean, and all our shame and sin are washed away from us. He sees us as we are now, clothed in righteousness, free to worship before him. In 2024, I believe that the most important commitment that we can make is to deepen our relationship with God, getting to know him, his thoughts, his ways intimately. And it's through building that close relationship that we will deepen our understanding of our true identity and also get to understand the assignments he has for each of us as part of his great commission to bring his kingdom to this world. So how do we do that? Well, to help us, I've put together a journal that's going to take you through the whole year, learning more about God through his word, through worship, and through applying it to your daily walk with him. Intimacy doesn't just happen. It comes through commitment to somebody, through consistently showing up with them and dedicating time and effort to talk to them and to listen to them. And as human beings, we don't always find it easy to maintain that sort of consistency. And that's why, as well as creating this personal journal for you to use, I'm also setting up a Facebook community that will run from January to December, offering support, encouragement, ideas, and opportunities for you to share questions and revelations, along with giving you even more resources for this journey. Well, how do you get involved? Well, follow the links that are with this video to purchase your journal and also to join the Facebook group in readiness for the year ahead. Answers are available to us from God. We've just got to be ready to spend time asking questions and learning about the one who is speaking to us. Join us on the best journey you will ever go on.